What's up guys, my name is Ace, and welcome back to Live Lessons with Ace. This is the series where I play live and try to share tips as I'm playing, and you can actually hear like what's going on inside my head while I'm playing and trying to cover a specific topic. In today's episode, what we're going to be covering is how to rush effectively with an SMG in Team Deathmatch. Last episode was more of like a passive playstyle where I was trying to get the highest kill-death ratio possible, which I ended up getting a 24 kill-death ratio. That was with a really passive playstyle. This is going to be a much more aggressive playstyle. I'm constantly going to be trying to put pressure on the enemies, get into their spawn, and I'm going to be using an SMG as well. So a lot of people were asking, how do you use an SMG effectively? Because I showed how to use an assault rifle effectively, and they struggled a little bit with rushing around, trying to put pressure on the enemies and rush effectively with the SMG. So that's what we're going to be covering today. I'm not going for like the super high kill-death ratio or anything. I'm just going for as many kills as possible and trying to put as much pressure as possible on the enemy team. Now, before we get into the game, I thought I'd go over the class that I'm going to be using in this game. This is a great, versatile rushing SMG class. This is the VMP, which is an excellent gun. I've got the ELO sight on it, as well as a foregrip. That means, with that foregrip, I can challenge those gunfights out to that mid sort of range with a lot more confidence, because I have less recoil. The ELO sight's just great as well. I haven't used it on the VMP, though. Then, of course, we got the XM53 in case we have to shoot UAVs down. Lethal, we got our Thermite. Tactical, we got Concussions. And then we've got Flak Jacket, Fast Hands, and Awareness. Now, Awareness is something, if you don't use a headset or you're not really good with, like, hearing footsteps and things, you don't really need Awareness, and you might want to throw Tac Mask on there, because even in Team Deathmatch, people are throwing stuns a decent amount, and it probably will save your life a few times. But for me, even though, like, the few times that I'm going to die to stun grenades, I would rather get more kills with Awareness, or I get more kills using Awareness than I get deaths from Tactical Mask on average. So there we go, that's the class we're going to use. Let's hop into a game and we'll see how we do. Alright guys, here we go. We got Breach, which I'm already thinking I want to stay away from the middle of the map as much as possible on Breach, or not as much as possible, but in a lot of situations, most of the time I want to stay away from the middle of the map because there are some actually really good power positions. Whoa, I didn't think he'd get there in time. So we're being aggressive here. Oh, I'm not used to the ELO sight on this. This is actually my first game with the ELO sight on the VMP. I just unlocked it. Oh, I was trying to YY. Yeah, there's some great power positions right up there. I just saw that enemy, by the way, and right up there. And I want to stay away from those. So that's why we're not going to be touching the middle of the map. Looks like our spawns have flipped. It's constantly just going to be predict the enemy spawn and then rush the enemy spawn. And in here, I really would like to get into like this building when they're spawning on this side, and the opposite building when they're spawning on the other side. I can hear some enemies here. Just going to use my awareness to my advantage. There's one. Wow, this thing is great with the ELO sight, by the way. And we'll just rip this guy. Now, there should be more spawning in behind me here. Yeah, I can hear him. He's actually pushing this way. This is where awareness is key. Once you get into their spawn like this, you can just hear exactly where they're spawning. We've now flipped spawns. You can see my teammates started spawning on me. But they started spawning in this corner, meaning we got enemies pushing this side. So it's just great. You got to keep paying attention to that mini-map awareness. And that's okay. We died. Not a big deal. Got to pay attention to where your teammates are spawning. If you know where your teammates are spawning, that tells you a lot about where the enemies are, where they're going to be coming from, and where they currently are in whatever situation you happen to find yourself in. I'm trying to throw a stun here, but it's not working. I guess my bumper is just not reading. Here we're getting into a bit of a sticky situation, so we're going to stun and thermite our way out of this. I should not have won that gunfight, to be honest. That one, yeah. Jump shots to my advantage. I am using my scuff controller to my advantage here as much as possible. They keep coming from this way. I've got more stuns, and I want to get out of this situation. There are times, even when you're rushing and trying to be as aggressive as possible, it doesn't mean throw your life away in a situation you're clearly outmatched in, and I was clearly outmatched right there. A little bit of awareness. A little bit of patience there. You don't want to just rush in like mad. We did have a guy wall running. Now, did he make it? Oh, crap. I think we're in trouble here. This is where Tac Mask. Remember at the beginning I said if you don't have awareness, use Tac Mask? That's why. They use their stuns effectively as well. Let's use this UAV. This one is going to be a bit more of a scrambled commentary. I'm trying to keep my thoughts understandable for you guys while I'm doing this, but at the same time, I'm rushing and getting into the action as much as possible, and therefore... Oh my god. Therefore, it might be a little bit on the scrambled side simply because there's too much going on. Now, right there, all my teammates are over that way. I don't want to push with all my teammates. There's not very many kills to go around if you're constantly with your teammates who are going to be stealing your kills. I don't want to push mid-map. I was thinking about wall running there, but I don't want to do that. I want to push in. My enemies are shooting at someone over here. I think he's in this building. Oh. See, I had no idea that guy was there, but I was paying attention. My teammates were obviously shooting at something, and that's how I was able to find out where that guy was. I had no other indication that he was even on the map. I did just see this guy. Okay. Now, it looks like we may have flipped spawns. I think we are now spawning here. I need to wait until a teammate spawns to see... Oh, actually, I've got a guy coming behind me. There's awareness for you. Oh, no, they're still spawning over here. I just saw a teammate spawn on the other side of the map. That means enemies are still over here. Now, they're spawning more so in that back corner, so they might rotate this way or rotate back through this way. And there's one of them, and I didn't catch him. Didn't quite catch him. If I wasn't explaining to you guys like this way, that way, I might have had a better chance, but that's just an excuse, and no excuses around here. That was all my fault. Alright, so again, I didn't want to push where my teammates already are on that left-hand side of the map. I want to push away from where my teammates are and get in towards the enemy spawn. And this time, hopefully, handle the situation a little bit better. Definitely hearing some footsteps in here. Kind of get on their flank. You want to try and shoot them in the back and in the side as much as possible. Oh, crap! Ah, I should have ripped. For some reason, subconsciously, I was thinking I was going to hit him with the ripper when I knifed, but... or, like, hit the melee button. So now my teammates are kind of pushed this side of the map, so I want to rotate this way. I am hearing somebody. I did just hear someone jump onto this wall run, though. Oh, and he just destroyed my teammate. Is he knifing only? He had a combat knife out there. I think he's knifing only. I should have ripped him just to rub it in. That's always a big slap in the face to people that are knifing only. Just hit him with the ripper. Yeah, so, oh, now my teammates are over this side. You can see I'm keeping an eye on my mini-map and where my teammates are, and I'm trying to push wherever they aren't is where I'm trying to push right now. And I know I'm not really putting a whole lot of pressure on the enemy team right now, but trying to explain things to you and also trying to overthink things a little bit. Let's get pushed over this way. Obviously, this is where all the enemies are. Don't know if I should have fired that shot. Oh, crap. Here's the stun. Oh, he's on a wall run. Okay, now I think we just had a guy on our flank here. I just saw something on the minimap, but there were still a bunch of guys over this way, so... this is going to be a risky one. We're going to slide through the open area. You never want to really stand in doorways, especially when you expect enemies could be posted up on you. Looks like we flipped spawns now, so I am going to rotate back this way. I read that simply by my teammates had pushed all the way up in towards the enemy spawn, and now I don't really have many teammates over here, so it's pretty obvious that they started spawning over this direction. Keeping all my teammates behind me, and we'll try and rush into this spawn. There we go. So I didn't get a ton of kills. The only reason for that really is my teammates were also being effective, but that shows the general playstyle and strategy. I'm constantly looking at where my teammates are on the minimap. That's the main thing I'm focusing on. I don't even need UAVs. Focus on where your teammates are, where your teammates are spawning, and go to the opposite side of the map. And try to just use your gun skills to your advantage. I will admit, a lot of this just comes down to practice and being able to win gunfights. The average person... Oh, first I gotta make it rain. The average person, like when you're first starting out, you're not going to be able to win a bunch of these gunfights and do this as effectively. So this is a bit more of a higher level skill, or it requires a bit more higher level skills to be able to do effectively. But like I said, I got my teammates that were getting a lot of kills as well, so that didn't allow me to get like the 30 or 40 plus. But that really just depends on your teammates there. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hope it gives you a bit of an indication of how to rush effectively with an SMG in Team Deathmatch. You'll notice I didn't go into the middle of that map at all. And that just comes down to that map knowledge, knowing that assault rifles completely dominate the middle of the map. So I just stay away from it completely. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Let me know in the comment section below what you would like to see for a future episode of Live Lessons with Ace. So keep in mind, I'm looking for like a more general topic to start with. And then from there, like I'll go into the game with that general idea in mind, and then I'll bring up little tips as I go. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys next time.